Hello everybody. Hey, it's Max McAllister coming to you from Wingding 40 in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I wanted to do one little video to kind of show one other detail about our tie rod installation. Now that the Honda service manual is out, I got a little super secret tip from a friend of mine from California Sidecar. Told me about a second location for another steering lock pin. So for those of you who don't like it when I sell you things, now I get to sell you two of these instead of one. So maybe we'll come out with a discount package for two. But anyway, so we showed you videos about installing the lower steering bridge lock pin. You've seen this many times. Pin goes down here into the bottom through the boss and the steering fork down into the tuning fork. People are kind of giving it a slang name. But then, if you're installing our tie rod to make sure everything's aligned properly, there's a second bore to put a second lock pin through, and I'm going to point to it with this pin. If you can see that bore. Hold on, I'm going to grab a flashlight. Here you go, now you can see it. That bore right there. We're going to stick a second steering bridge lock pin. This wire, or that hydraulic line, is a little bit in the way there, but there's enough slack on it that you can push it out of the way. And you're going to push that pin down into the bore there. And once it's down in the bore, that holds the remote steering, let's call it upper triple clamp for lack of a better term, but this remote crown, that holds it square to the frame. The wheel is being held square to the frame from the using the lower steering bridge lock pin, and at that point the only thing left to do is loosen the yoke that we had mentioned before. Loosen the pinch bolt on the yoke so that if it doesn't fit, then it will relax. I guess I should preface that by saying loosen this bolt before you start, and then when you install the two steering lock pins here, everything will align. Next step is to tighten the pinch bolt back here, and then when you remove the pins, everything's square. But one final note that people are not would deceive you: if your handlebars are still optically not aligned when you looked at your bike as you go down the road, I've loosened the handlebar bolts, and what it is, the bores where the bolts are extremely loose. So look how much range of motion your handlebars have that on each side. So this is just slop in the bores on the bolts, okay? So you actually, if you want your handlebars closer, you can pull them closer. If you want them wider, you can push them wider. You have some room to play there. So for those of you who want to pull your bars back, pull them back a little bit. That's one way you can do that. Or if they have some odd look to them, you can, to your eye, just tweak them how you want them and tighten them down. So anyway, that's kind of the super duper fine tuning for the steering alignment on the front of your 2018 Goldwing. So you need two of the lock pins, and the pinch bolts, 19 and a 17 millimeter wrenches and sockets, and you can go to town and get it all squared up and straight. So anyway, that's Max coming to you with hopefully the final details on that. And I don't think I'll have anything else I could possibly find out about tie rods at this point in time.